Hello, all. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. In the last session, we just understand how to create a simple class, and with the help of class and how we can create objects, similar kind of objects, n number of objects. Okay. So today we are going to do practice a minimum 5 to 6 different classes, and we are going to create properties for that. We are going to create different kind of methods, and I will just revise few other important topics in this session. Okay, let's ask the team. Are you ready, team?
Yes, sir.
Everyone,
Yes. Yes, sir.
just
Yes,
forget
sir.
about everything.
Yes, sir.
Just be present. Just focus on the concepts. Yeah, you will succeed very soon. No problem. Yeah. So just let me revise few other things, and then we can do some practice on classes, and then I'm going to explain some super important concepts related to the classes. Okay, so we have some data types, right? Suppose user name, you can store like a string, okay, and let number, suppose age is equal to some 22 or 23, so we can store some information in the number format, and uh, is logged in, okay, in do learn some true and false, so this is a boolean. And if you don't provide any value, suppose so I'm just saying money or something, how much bank balance is there, okay, bank balance. So suppose right now we didn't store any information, so it will be undefined by default, it will store undefined. Okay, and we already understand we can store some information in the form of arrays, right? Suppose let marks, suppose you can store 17, 18 and 90. And here in javascript you don't have any restriction that you need to just store only numbers or only strings in a array. Okay, here you can store different data type as well. Triple x and true or false, whatever it is, you can store any kind of data in an array. Okay, and already we understand that arrays we can access with the help of index, right? And another one is we understand object, how to create a simple object. Suppose the student, and we understand that deals with the key and value pair. Okay, the first name, then Vikram, uh, the last name, um, yeah, this is we can create some, we can store some information in the form of object. And later we understand that, okay, we enter into the concept called function. Suppose addition, okay, so you can suppose you can pass some, you can expect some parameters, suppose x comma y, and you can return some value that x plus 1. Okay, so we understand that. And then we understand that we can define some functions inside the object in the form of methods. Okay, suppose get full name, okay, colon, and here you don't need to mention the function name, so you can store like this. And here we understand one more thing. If you want to access the properties of the same object, right, what we can do, tell me everyone. This dot
First name.
This dot.
was this dot the last name. Okay, and we understand that inside the object, okay, you can store, okay, you can store anything, like you can store strings, you can store number, you can store functions, anything. Okay, and now, okay, we entered into the another one that is called classes. Okay, class, and always that class name should start with a capital letter. Okay, I've seen your screenshots, few students, suppose the product, okay, product, they have created like this. So this is wrong. P should be capital. Okay, Okay, that class name should start with a capital letter. That is the must. You should follow the rules and regulations. Okay, sometimes maybe JavaScript doesn't throw any error, but you should follow the rules and regulations. Okay, later, okay, we are going to learn TypeScript. At the time it will throw all the errors for us. So why we use classes? Can anyone tell me why we need classes? What is the use of classes?
Due to CSS many kind to multiple objects and like that, sir.
Yeah, tell me one more time.
Due to multiple uh, elements, CSS multiple elements కి ఇవ్వడానికి క్లాసెస్ ఉపయోగిస్తారు.
CSS law. Okay, okay, okay. You're saying things about in CSS. Okay, CSS classes are different and programming classes are different. Okay, maybe you didn't join the session, right?
No, sir. Elements కి క్లాసెస్ ఇస్తే
Yeah, I'm saying
కంప్లీట్.
I agree that in CSS we can use classes. I know, I understand that. I'm asking the classes in JavaScript.
టు క్రియేట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్, సార్.
Yeah, why we need to create object with class? Everyone, just tell me. We understand story, right? I
Yes, sir.
said Lord Brahma's problem and all
Can,
that stories.
can
Just tell
reduce
me.
the
We can create many ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్
module
క్రియేట్ చేయడానికే కదా సార్ క్లాసెస్.
Yes, yes, yes. Object చేయడానికి క్లాస్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఇంకా అడుగుతున్నాను, నేను అందరిని అడుగుతున్నాను. Yeah.
to create a mold, like to create a template.
What is the
Uh,
use? What is the use to create a template or mold or blueprint?
uh, to reduce the workloads or to,
Yeah, you can explain me Telugu, no problem.
To reduce the complexity.
reusers ని తగ్గించడానికి సార్. అంటే ఒకటే వర్క్ ప్రతిసారి సేమ్ గా మాన్యువల్ గా చేయకుండా
Okay.
ఒక మోల్డ్ ద్వారా ఏంటంటే ఒకటేసారి అంటే ఒకే మెథడ్ ని సేమ్ ప్రతిసారి చేయకుండా ఒక మోల్డ్ లెక్క ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే టైం తగ్గిపోతుంది సార్. అంటే టైం ని తగ్గించడానికి యూజ్ చేస్తాం.
Okay. Any other answers? Quick. What is the use of classes? Of course, I didn't explain in detail, like in theoretically, like in programmatically, whatever it is. Whatever we understand in the last session, based on that, just tell me why we are using classes. What is the use of classes? Simple. Already you have given answer, but just frame it for properly. So if you see, the student is there. Okay, this is student one, right? If you want to create similar kind of objects, okay, suppose you need student 2, student 3, student 2 and student 3, okay, student 3. So if you want to create a similar kind of objects like this, it will take too much time and all the things. So for that, if you have a class, if you are a blueprint, suppose even whenever you are constructing, suppose if you are a real estate person, you want to construct 10 villas, right? What do you need? What you will do first? Because 10 villas are going to be equal, right? If I'm not
Yes, sir.
wrong. Okay. So before he start constructing all this, suppose just this is a gated community. Okay. Suppose we need to construct 10 villas here. 10 villas. Okay, I was sorry, I'm not sorry. I need to draw same size. So let me copy. So if you want to construct a similar kind of villas, so you need some building plan, right? One blueprint, okay, how it should be. You agree with me or not? You need a blueprint or not?
Yes, sir.
Suppose
Yes,
if you're
sir.
a contractor, if you're a civil engineer, so you need some blueprint, right? So that suppose in future you got another contract that suppose first you have done in a coca pit and after few months you got an opportunity um, to construct another 10 villas in a similar fashion. So if you don't have a blueprint, it's difficult for you to construct it. Okay, so every engineer, what he will do, he will he will he will just prepare some blueprint and then he will just execute the similar kind of products. Okay, similar kind of things. In the same way, here also, what we are doing, suppose if you want to create employees, if you want to create students details. So instead of creating students or employees multiple times, it's better to use the blueprint or the template, whatever you can call it as, the end of the day, it's a class. So then you can create similar kind of objects, like an n number of class, n number of objects. So for that, so we can utilize the concept called classes. Of course, once you understand these classes, at least in OOPS concepts, we have another four advantages. Those are, what are those things? Just tell me, what are the OOPS concepts?
Encapsulation,
Introduction.
inherit,
Abstraction.
inheritance,
Yeah, very good. Encapsulation,
inheritance,
inheritance,
polymorphism, storage
polymorphism.
class, storage class.
What's the last one?
Abstraction. Abstraction.
These are very, very important things. Okay? And even $100 into equation. Okay, what are the OOPS principles? So you can achieve all these things, of course, in especially in JavaScript. Really, we are not going to utilize all the powers of OOPS concept, but here mainly we will focus on inheritance. Okay, mainly we will focus on inheritance. Okay, there is some difference between other server-side programming language when compared to the JavaScript in terms of classes that we can learn later. Okay, so simply, so if you want to create a similar kind of objects like n number of objects, it's better to prepare one blueprint for that, and then we can utilize it. So if you want to do any modification for 10 objects or 20 objects, it's really tough to change all the places. So if you just do one place, what if you just do a change in the class, then automatically it will reflect on all the objects which you are going to create. So that's the advantage. So how to create a class? Because you understand the strings, you understand the number, you understand the boolean, you understand the undefined. Okay, still three other data types are there. That is like a big int, that is in primitive. Another one is a symbol. Okay, symbol, that I will explain, don't worry. And in non-primitive we have another data type that is called null. Okay, that is called null. And we know, right, this is the array. And of course, what is the data type of array?
Non-primitive.
What is the data type of array?
Object.
Object.
Sir.
Object. Very good, very good. What is the data type of object?
Object, sir.
Object.
Object. Okay, and here if you create any function, the data type of function is also an object. Even class also is an object. Okay, that I will explain later. Right now, just don't worry about that. Okay, and now we are going to create few classes. Okay, just before entering into that, just tell me, everyone understood how to create a simple class and what is a simple use of classes? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
yeah, just go and read some documentation, go and watch some videos, what is the advantage of class. Okay, even because in JavaScript I'm not going to explain abstraction, encapsulation, and polymorphism, but you should know all these concepts either with the help of C++ or either with the help of Java or either with the help of C#.NET, PHP, or Python. Okay, that is the most important thing. Okay, fine. So now we can, I'm just talking about the JavaScript only. So now we can create few classes. So I'm just creating class. So that is first. Yesterday I think we have created object for student or employee. Employee, right? Student. Student, I think yesterday. So now we can create a class for employee. So for employee, suppose whenever you got an opportunity, whenever you got in a job, so first they will collect your details, right? First name, I'm just writing like Pavan. Okay, sorry. This is class, right? Oh my God. Okay, just tell me what you need. What I need to do first.
Constructor.
Constructor. The constructor is the default method inside the class. Okay, inside the class. Okay, first of all, okay, before that, just visualize what is your object. Okay, just visualize what is your, suppose the let. So I want these kind of objects. Okay, first just visualize what kind of object you need. Okay, I need first name. I need first name. Suppose, for example, okay, first name is triple A or something. Last, I need a structure, right? So before that, we can visualize. So here also last name, some blah blah blah, and we can collect the information from an employee who is going to join very soon. So here some number, either suppose maybe 22 or 24, and what are the other things we require? Email, then
Let group.
phone number, yeah, blood group, lot of things are there. Okay, here we can go with some few details. Suppose if you want first name, last name, age, email, and phone number, a little bit things are mandatory. So if you want to create this kind of structure, so you need to prepare the blueprint. So whenever you are preparing the blueprint, just please try to avoid hard coding. So unless until, suppose if you give age is equal to 24, that means if every employee you have, suppose if you are putting a rule that every employee should have a age only 24, then you can hard code it. So but that is not possible, right? First name and last name, age, email ID, phone number is different from one employee to another employee. So that please don't hard code the values in the class. Otherwise, it will create the same property with the same value for each and every object. Understood what I'm saying? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you see here, what are the things you needed? First name, you required last name, age, and email and phone number. Okay, please just add those parameters for this constructor, because whenever you are going to create an object, so that person need to provide those details. So here I'm just giving, okay, first name and last name and age and email ID and the phone number. Okay, phone number. Fine. And what is the role of constructor? Constructor is going to just create those properties for each and every object, right? So here this dot
First name.
first
First
name
name.
equal to
First name.
this first name. So don't get confused, Raghu. This is you're using first name. Here you are using first name. This is parameter. This is the parameter of that function or method called constructor. Okay, this is the property which we are going to provide for that particular object. So if you want, you can give a different name also. Suppose ef name. Okay, just a minute. f name. Okay, and you can just assign the same value to this property. But my suggestion is always just try to give a same value for parameter and the same for property also. Okay, and then this dot last name
Last
and
is
this dot
age.
age equal to age. Okay, and even you don't need to give a semicolon, leave it because these are separate lines, that's why we don't need to give a semicolon. Then this dot email id equal to email id, and this dot phone number equal to phone number. Observe carefully, we are going to learn a lot of things here, that's why I'm just taking 5 parameters. So now I'm just creating few methods. So here, suppose if you want full name, so just here visualize that because already we understand how to create objects, right? We understand already how to create objects. So just try to visualize here. So I need one method that is called get full name. Okay, just tell me how to define the full name method.
Get full name functions.
Function.
Okay, good. Then return
This dot
this dot
first name
first name plus
plus plus
this dot
last name.
last name. Very good. So and suppose if I want get full details, get details. So whenever I just invoke this function, I need all the details of that particular employee. So here return this dot the first name, okay, plus this dot the last name. Yes, you can construct the string according to your. You can add some few other strings, or I will let you know what it is. So this dot email ID, email, right here. Give exact property name of that. Okay. Just I'm typing a lot of things because you need to do lots of homework after this session. Okay. So here, suppose if you see, if you need, okay, just visualize that. Okay, I need these kind of object. I need this kind of object. I need this kind of object. So that just prepare your blueprint in the same way. Prepare your blueprint in the same way. So already we know that we need 5 properties: first name, last name, age, email ID, and phone number. Okay, sorry for the background noise. Are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So if you didn't understand due to that background noise, just let me know. I will repeat one more time loudly. So we have created already 5 properties. So now we need a get full name and get full details. Observe carefully how I'm just defining the function. Here you don't need to write suppose get full name colon function kind of thing. Here simply just get full name. Observe the difference. So here I'm not mentioning, observe carefully, this constructor is also a function, but I'm not writing like function constructor, right? I'm just creating that function with a function name. Here we don't need to mention that function keyword. Observed or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here you see you're just giving function name, like function keyword you are using. Okay, here we don't need to use it. That is the important thing. Get full name. Here also what we can do, return this dot first name plus
That's last name.
this dot the last name. Suppose if you want to get full details, what we need to do? What we need to
Get
do?
full details.
Yes, you can define another
Another method.
method. There is no restriction that you should just define only 2 or 3 methods. No, you can create 10 or 20, whatever it is. How many methods you want, you can create those many methods. Okay. So here, what you need to return? Suppose you need to return all the things, right? You need to return all the things. Just observe carefully while you are copying. Always make sure that you have given a proper names or not properties, because this here I just use the email ID, so you need to mention that this is the email ID, and the spellings should be proper. Otherwise, you can construct the statement on your own. We don't copy paste. So here, if you see, for this kind of object, I want this kind of object. I want this kind of employee details. I want this kind of employee details. So that I'm just preparing the blueprint. I'm just preparing the blueprint. So our blueprint is ready. So are you ready to create objects now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Everyone,
Yes, sir.
or maybe
Yes.
Raghu
Yes,
is
sir.
Yes,
typing
sir.
so that we can go for a
Yes,
speed.
sir.
No, right? Okay. Okay. So now we can create objects. So the constant. Now tell me, how many of you want to get a job? Quickly, just bring me your first name and last name. Okay. Arey Baba, we forgot, right? For an employee, important thing is salary, right? If you don't give a salary, definitely is not going to work. So we need to mention salary. You just ping me how much salary you want in the comment section per month. Okay, this dot. So here, even we can just define these things in a better way with some string interpolation that I will explain very soon. Don't worry. So now, okay, with first name, last name, email ID, and phone number. Okay, so let's create few employee details. Let's see how many of you given. So Raghu K, PK means first name is P and last name is K, like that. Pawan Kumar, Raghu K, Shiva Prasad. Okay. So constant. What I'm doing here, employee one is equal to new employee. So for this employee, we need to pass first name, last name, age, email ID, phone number, and salary. And you should follow the same data type. The first name like Pavan, and the last name I'm just giving Kumar, and the age suppose 22, and phone number I'm just giving it a string format like 999 999 999. Okay, and email ID like pavan dot kumar @gmail.com. So Pavan, how much salary do you need?
30K, sir.
30? 30,000 is enough?
30,000. Yes, sir.
I'm just giving 50,000 to you, okay? Happy?
Yes, sir. Happy.
Okay. Next, go and create another employee 2.
One remaining 20 send me.
Sorry?
I
Remaining?
said Pawan sir. Remaining 20 send me, sir.
Just tell me your name.
Venkata Nagendra.
Okay. Venkata Nagendra. So I'm 23. And I'm just giving a phone number in some. Okay, I will tell you the reason why I'm giving a phone number in a string format. We can just do that later. Okay. 4 8s, 4 8s, and 2 8s. And I'm just giving some email ID v.n@gmail.com. So you said remaining amount you need right 20,000.
సార్ మీరు పవన్ కి 50 ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్, పవన్
No.
30 చాలా అన్నాడు, మీరు రిమైనింగ్ 20 నాకు పంపించమని సార్.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I thought you
You
wrote
need 70.
only that. Okay, how much you need?
సేమ్ సార్ 30.
Same 30. Okay.
యాజ్ ఎ ఫ్రెషర్ అంత నుంచి ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయలేము సార్.
Why? That is the biggest problem with us. Okay. So normally you used to watch some YouTube videos, right? That one fresher is getting 30 lakhs package, 2 crores package, right? Did you watch any kind
Amazon.
of videos? Right?
Recent
Suppose,
Amazon one.
yeah. Suppose 30 lakh salary means monthly how much salary he can get minimum?
5.
2.4.
Yeah. Suppose
No.
after cutting all the income tax and all those things, minimum he will get 1,20,000, 30,000 easily, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Why you're thinking that I 30,000 is okay for me? That means because you're scared to learn all the technologies which those students are learning, or you are not confident about your skills.
Both sir, because
Why?
because means they prepared well from the
Beginning.
beginning,
Yeah.
so I'm starting now only, so
Okay. Yes, no problem. But
lack of confidence also sir.
yeah, from now also, if you are able to get same kind of knowledge, definitely you will get 30 lakhs. I'm saying yes.
But how can get knowledge sir that much?
Yeah, that is a good question. That is a good question. Okay, because just attending only this training, like 1 hour training, is not enough. So what you need to do? Suppose if you want to, okay, just tell me how many hours you are spending for learning. Just tell me sincerely.
45 days before I spend daily 9 hours like that sir,
9 hours. What you have learned?
learning React concepts and JavaScript, doing
Yeah.
some websites.
You have
So
learned React also
yes a little bit basics.
without understanding JavaScript. How you have learned React?
I know JavaScript basics sir.
You know what is arrow function?
Yes sir, collection of heterogeneous variables.
Arrow function.
So arrow function, sorry sir. Yes sir, I know sir.
Okay, no. I don't want to. I'm not asking these questions to discourage you. I'm just want to understand what you have learned, whether you have learned properly or not. Okay, what are the ES6 features?
Means sir, ES6 feature means ES5 upgraded to ES6. That are you said arrow function, like that some syntax is upgraded.
Okay, just tell me what are the ES6 features? What are the? Do you know what is the difference between let and constant?
Yes sir,
Okay,
const as a variable once declared cannot be reassigned. Let is reassigned also.
very good. What is arrow function?
Arrow function means one of the, I don't know definition sir exactly.
Okay, just tell me in Telugu also. No problem. What is it? Like, you know, like normal function, right?
Yes sir,
And arrow function is there. What is the difference? Like, why we use arrow functions?
I don't know sir exactly.
Okay, what are the other features of ES6? Just tell me what is ES6 means. So, like, what I understood now, like, I'm not saying this to discourage you. I want to
Yes,
explain
no, sir.
this to give a right direction. Okay, so if you don't know what is arrow function, if you don't learn JavaScript properly, it's almost impossible to learn React actually. So what I observed now, suppose in how many months you have learned JavaScript, or how many days?
40 to 45 days, sir. That's it.
Okay,
But I
daily.
cannot understand how to write syntaxes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, understood. Suppose if you see, if you like many people, like in my observation, what they are doing, they are joining any particular institute. Okay, and one of our previous students said that they have finished the JavaScript in 10 sessions. Okay, how many sessions?
10.
10 sessions they have completed JavaScript, and then they have started React.js, and they have explained React.js for maybe 30 or 40 sessions, and after that they have learned teach Node.js or something. But what I'm saying now, it's almost impossible to learn JavaScript in 10 days. Okay,
It will take at least 4 months.
it will take at least 2 months, not 4 months. If you learn properly with proper guidance, at least it will take 2 months. If you spend minimum 3 to 4 hours of training, I'm saying, okay, either through recorded videos or live training, it will take minimum 2 months to get at least basics in JavaScript. So unfortunately, suppose some places what they are doing, they are saying that this is a full stack course and we will teach JavaScript in 10 days and 20 days, 30, 40 days in React.js. Okay, they're completing the syllabus, but without understanding JavaScript, it's not very, it's almost impossible to learn React.js actually. That's why even after completing 6 months of training, and if you're not able to say what is the difference between the function and arrow function, and if you're not able to say what are the ES6 features, that means you didn't learn anything. Okay, what I'm saying, not I'm talking with just one person, I'm just saying to all the students.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you're not able to write a program like how to check whether the number is a given, whether the given number is a prime number or not, and if you don't know what are the ES6 features, if you don't know what is the difference between the normal function and the arrow function, and definitely I don't teach you with React.js actually. I don't teach you all other frameworks. That's the biggest problem happening in few institutes. Okay, and they don't check whether students are learning or not. Suppose if you see Nagam missed the 10 sessions. So why I'm saying now, if you miss the 5 to 6 sessions, okay, I will remove you from the batch. I will remove you from the batch. Why? If I don't remove you from the batch, you can't understand JavaScript. With that 10% knowledge, you will join the React sessions. You can't understand anything in React, but you feel that you have completed the React.js training, and then you will start preparing for a jobs, and you will keep on attending the interviews. You keep on failing the interviews. That is the biggest problem.
Sir, ES6 means ECMAScript 6, sir.
Okay,
But what is the difference between function and arrow function, sir?
tell me. I'm asking. If I want to explain that, it will need a minimum 1 hour for me. Because if you want to understand what is the difference between the function and arrow function, you should have a clear understanding about this keyword, right? We are
Yes,
using
sir.
this keyword right here. Okay, this keyword. You should understand the story behind this keyword. Okay, I will tell you. Suppose this is the situation, right? So far we didn't enter into the arrow functions, right? Even I didn't explain you what are the ES6 features also. Already we have completed 19 sessions, because lots of things need to learn before. Okay, here observe carefully. This is employee, right? This is employee. Otherwise, I will create another one. At least you will understand.
I am. Yes, sir, I saw. Arrow functions don't have this keyword.
Arrow functions don't have this keyword. Why? Okay. Why they don't have this keyword? Okay, don't worry. I will explain. I will explain. Observe carefully, everyone. No problem. We can come back to the classes again. So I'm just creating a simple object called student. Okay, student.
So can you share the screen?
I didn't share the screen actually.
Shared, sir.
Yes.
Share visible, sir.
Visible, sir. Screen is visible.
Okay. To whom it's not visible?
It's mine, Raghu.
Okay, just try to log out and log in one more time. Join one more time.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'll create an object. So first name I'm just giving Naga. The last name, okay. Here I'm writing get a full name. This is the function. This dot the first name. This dot last name. Okay. So here I'm just doing, okay, let me return this one. Return this dot first name and this dot last name. And do console.log. First we can store the return value in somewhere like X. Okay. Student dot get full. So now tell me what will be the output for this one? Raghu, you joined back?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I hope you're able to see me. So now tell me what is the output now for this one?
Naga case.
Okay. Sure, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
is that?
Naga cake.
Naga.
Okay. So yeah, we can create arrow function because I didn't explain arrow function, but we can create arrow functions like this. So arrow function means you can remove this function keyword and you can give this arrow symbol. Okay. So now, Naga, tell me what will be the output? Naga, are you there? What is the output for this program? Because it's a simple. This previously we have a normal function. Now I just converted to the arrow function. Otherwise, I will just create similar function. Okay, get details. Okay, just get details. Here I will use normal function. Observe carefully. This is normal function. Same. I'm just trying to return the same kind of thing. Okay. So previously, okay, I just changed name, right? So this student dot get details, we know, right? We will get. Can Aga tell me? Just guess it. What will be the output for this get student dot get details? Get full details. Get full name. Anyone can try it. So normally with
Naga
all
K.
Naga K, right? Normally we expect that it should return Naga K because okay, fine. Maybe there's a syntax difference between normal function and the arrow function that will, because as a beginner definitely we can say that okay, maybe it will print Naga K. Let's see what it will print in console.log. Okay. What is the output?
Undefined, undefined.
Why? Nagendra, do you know why?
Don't know, sir.
So if you see, JavaScript is different. JavaScript is weird. JavaScript is completely super interesting. Okay, that's why it requires minimum uh, 3 months of training. Okay, if you join regularly, if you do practice regularly, If you learn regularly, if I teach regularly, if I teach properly, if everything happen, it will take minimum 3 months. Why? Means because JavaScript is introduced to execute some code in the browser, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes,
So
sir.
let me add HTML file. home.html.
So
So
frankly saying, no institute, no YouTube channel teaches like that, like this way, sir.
no,
Just
many,
two classes is are creating for
no.
objects.
Okay, there are YouTube channels are there. They will teach because I have learned from YouTube channel only. But you don't know that YouTube channel. That's the only problem.
That also right, sir.
Yeah, because there are only very less YouTube channels are there. Yeah, who will teach all these things? Yeah, home is there. So now what I'm doing? If you want to execute, what you need to do? We need to add a script, right? So just do the same thing because this is what. So of course, even if you do with the Node.js, we have similar kind of concept. Same thing. Yeah. Now just tell me, do you know object called window? Did you heard about object called window? A window and an object window.
విన్నాను సార్, అంత ఐడియా లేదు సార్.
Okay. No problem. Okay. So if you see, whenever you load this web page, just go to inspect. Okay. Okay, in JavaScript, whenever you execute JavaScript in a browser, okay, what browser will do now? Browser will create one big object called window. See, in the console, just type window. So you got the big object, right? Just expand it. What is our class name? What is the object name we have created? Student, right? Observe carefully. Just check alphabetical order. Just go to yes. Menu PQ. What is that? Student, right? Are you able to see that object? Yes. TUV. Oh, it should be there. Just a minute. Oh, 1 minute. Why it is not there? Yeah, if you use latent constant, it will enter into the different scope. Okay. Now window. Just right now, just try. Are you able to find a student there?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see everyone?
Yes, sir.
So what will happen now? JavaScript, whenever you give a JavaScript file to the browser, first it will create a very big object. So I think I told you, right? Whenever we start JavaScript training, I said we will start with the object and we will end with the
Object.
right.
Yes, sir.
So because In JavaScript, end of the day, everything is job. Everything is object in JavaScript. Okay. So JavaScript will create a big object called window. And we are getting like console.log from where that console is coming. Okay. Observe carefully. Observe carefully. You will find that console here. A, B, C. C-O-N, alphabetical order. Not able to see that one? C-O-N. Okay. Okay. It is not showing. But if you see, just a minute, because sometimes those are hidden things or naturally it will come. But if you see, window.console.log. Window.console.log. Okay. That's a proof that the console is part of a window. So if you see, if you write window.console.log, I'm just writing welcome to JavaScript. Wait. Just refresh. Is that right? So the window is the big object. Inside that, okay, if you see, the console is there. Inside that, another object is there. Lots of interlink is there. Okay. We should understand all these things. We should understand the scope. We should understand the scope chain. Lots of other things are there. So what is the best YouTube channel to understand all these things now? Not SVGI. Namaste JavaScript. He's the king of JavaScript actually.
JavaScript is
Okay. The playlist is there. Then Namaste JavaScript. చూసారా ఎప్పుడైనా మీరు ఈ ఛానల్?
Yes, sir. Choose sir.
JavaScript is the most hated
Yeah, he's Akshay Saini has explained everything in like beautifully. Okay, I've learned JavaScript from this YouTube channel from Akshay Saini only. Okay, but what I'm just trying to simplify the concept because he has explained in 21 videos. Suppose if you don't learn if you didn't learn JavaScript basics, it's very difficult to enter into those concepts. That's why I'm just adding some stepping stones to reach that level. Okay, so here we can come to the point that why this is undefined. Why this is undefined? So observe carefully. Here what I'm doing here, let's see if whenever you call this get full name, okay, just do console.log. So let's see what is this actually. Okay, what is this keyword? Okay, right? It is because this dot first name means this is referring to student, right? So that this dot first name means student dot first name, right? But whenever you do arrow function, the situation is different. Console.log this. So here we don't need to store these things just because we are just doing console.log, right? So whenever you invoke this get details, it will give us this keyword, what is there in that this keyword, and here student.get full name, it will just refer something. Let's see. Refresh. Tell me what happened whenever you invoke get details with a normal function. This normal function, this is the first one, right? Get details. If you want, I will just give some star mark to understand the differences. Refresh. So if you see, before the star mark, we have used a normal function. What it is referring? This means the student object, right? This dot first name Naga, this dot last name means K. But here, this means he's giving a window object.
Window.
Right? That
Yes, sir.
means whatever the object is created by the browser, which is the supreme god for this JavaScript concept in this object, that's the supreme one in a browser. So it is referring to this window. It is referring to window. So it is just trying window dot first name, nothing is there. Window dot last name, nothing is there. Nothing is there. That's why we should not use arrow functions inside the objects. Okay, observe carefully. I didn't write arrow function inside the, of course I didn't explain the arrow functions to you because still we didn't reach that level. So arrow functions we should not, but what is the advantage with arrow function? Okay, so now for that we need to understand another concept called binding. Okay, so once, because if I want to explain binding I need to explain a few other things, so maybe it will take another 10 to 15 sessions to reach that point. At that point I will explain. Understood, Naga? At least what is the problem with arrow function if you use in an object?
Yes, sir, little bit.
Okay, so we need to understand lots of things. So even okay, in Namaste JavaScript, yes, if you are able to understand, you can understand because already we have completed 19 sessions, right? Hopefully you can understand these concepts easily now. Okay, but uh, suppose if you need
సార్ సార్ ఈ వీడియోస్ చూసాను సార్. నేను స్టార్టింగ్ లో 1 or 2 వీడియోస్ చూసినప్పుడు మా ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ లో ఇది చెప్పలేదు కదా, మెమరీ అలొకేషన్స్ గురించి చెప్తున్నారు, ఇది రాంగ్ ఏమో అని చెప్పి స్కిప్ చేశాను సార్ ఆ వీడియోస్.
okay, yeah, that happens because కరెక్ట్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ లో ఈ టాపిక్స్ చెప్పలేదు కాబట్టి ఇవి మనకు సంబంధించిన కాకపోయి ఉండొచ్చు అనుకుంటాం, రైట్? బట్ I think he's the first person who prepared a playlist on real content on JavaScript, what is happening inside the browser. Okay, after watching these videos only really I understand the JavaScript. Okay, so how many videos are there here? 23, right? Around like 22. Okay, 22. So just after learning from this tutorial and even other few other 2 or 3 tutorials are there in YouTube, I will explain those things also. So just go to the playlists. So I told you, right, you should start practice these videos, right? How many of you started? Maybe no. Okay, maybe no one is started, no problem. Okay, if you see here, what okay, this is here I have explained arrow functions. How many sessions are there before that? I think minimum 20 or 20 sessions are there. So here I explained almost all the not almost, like 80% of the concepts from that playlist. Okay, he has created 21, but I just dragged to 98. Okay, still I didn't complete all the topics which Akshay has explained. So I just simplified because I know for a beginner, for a new programmer, it's sometimes it's really difficult to digest what actually is explaining. Okay, he's explaining really huge content, super important concepts in 20 minutes. So I thought that okay, for a beginner, it's very difficult. So that what I'm doing, I'm just simplifying those things. I have created 98 videos. Maybe it will reach 150 videos very soon. Got it?
ఎస్ సార్.
Yeah. Sometimes we thought that we have completed the training in Amirpet. Okay, I don't blame any place because in Amirpet also there are best institutes are there. Every place there are plus points are there, negative points are there, but we should know that whether they are providing the right training or not. That is very important. So if you complete training without learning anything, so I said like previously one of my student, like previous batch student, he said he is just they have told JavaScript in like 6 days to 10 days. Then they have explained React.js in 2 or 3 months or something. They have completed JavaScript full stack training in 3 months. After that, he's not able to understand mm, at least what interviewer is asking questions. So if you see, already we have started JavaScript training. So if you see 66 videos is there. The biggest problem is because I just record when I start explaining it will I will explain each and every concept minimum 1 hour. So it's almost impossible for students to engage, watch 1 hour video every day. That's difficult. But if you want to learn, yeah, you should be patient. You should go through. If you're able to understand with short videos, that is okay. But so if you see, so now Naga, tell me you have learned React.js, right? Just tell me what is use state.
Means observation, sir.
No, why we need to use state?
I didn't get, sir.
యూజ్ స్టేట్ ని ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తాం?
ఒక వేరియబుల్ ని అప్గ్రేడ్ వేరియబుల్ కి చేంజెస్ చేయడానికి, సార్.
ఓకే. Do you know what is virtual DOM?
Virtual DOM is actually synonymous to actual DOM, sir.
Okay. What is the use?
అంటే
Don't worry.
యాక్చువల్ డమ్ ప్రాసెస్ కన్నా వర్చువల్ డమ్ క్విక్ గా ఉంటుంది, సార్.
ఓకే, వెరీ గుడ్. ఎందుకు క్విక్ గా ఉంటుంది?
మధ్యలో బ్లాక్ కాదు సార్, ప్రోగ్రామ్ సింక్రోనస్ గా వెళ్తుంది.
ఓకే, కరెక్టే. అది మనం వర్చువల్ DOM యూజ్ చేస్తే స్పీడ్ పెరుగుతుంది. అది ఏ విధంగా అది ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఇలాగ అడుగుతాడు కదా వాడు.
ఎస్ సార్.
If you say what is virtual DOM means, virtual DOM is just synchronous to the real DOM అంటే వాడు జాబ్ ఇవ్వడు. మనం చెప్పాలి అసలు ఎందుకు
అన్ని
virtual DOM use
కాంపోనెంట్స్
చేస్తాం,
నేను
right?
45 days నుంచి ఏం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయలేదు సార్. దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాబ్లం.
Okay, that's the problem. If you don't do practice, don't expect the job. Don't
Yes, sir.
blame anyone in the world. Okay.
ఎస్ సార్.
Okay, fine. So already it's 7:30. Oh my god. Okay. So what we are talking actually? So we have created some class, right? A student, and just create some methods and do practice. Just create at least 5 to 10 classes. Please do practice. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I have time on Saturday, Sunday. If possible, shall we conduct one more session on Saturday or Sunday? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
How many of you are ready?
Sunday, sir.
Sunday?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. We can discuss in the chat and we can decide. But just a minute. Just I will stop the recording.